Welcome to Seneca Indians Baseball, live on KNEO.org. This broadcast is a sporting outreach of the KNEO Sports Network. You're now locked into the official pregame show of the Seneca Indians. Now, let's go to Ben Walcott, live on location.
And a pleasant good afternoon, and we welcome you here to Seneca, Missouri as we get set for high school baseball here on the KNEO and Seneca Indians Sports Network. It is the season opener here for the Seneca Indians as they opened up the four-state festival here against the Columbus Titans. I'm Ben Wolcott with you for all the action here this evening. Your countdown to first pitch sponsors, People's Bank of Seneca, Prater's Pharmacy. This Seneca team is going to have to come out and find a way to replace a whole bunch of starters off of last year's squad. Last year's squad won districts, and they are going to have to find a way to come out and win. This year, they do have all of their top three of their top four arms back from last season, as three of those four are back in the seniors, Ian Heffron and Drew Sherwood, and then the junior Jagger Wilson. All three of those guys are committed to play baseball at the next level. Drew Sherwood signed with Connors State. He signed his letter of intent. Ian Heffron going to Fort Scott Community College. And then the big one, Jagger Wilson, he is verbally committed to the University of Oklahoma. Obviously, a lot can change between now and next year, but he is verbally committed to the University of Oklahoma to play baseball next season. Go ahead, take a timeout, start to preview the matchup after this on the KNEO Sports Network.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is, better health, better you.
The Roper Kia Four-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the four states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia Four-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
I'm Bryce Johnson with this Unpacking It Sports and Faith Minute. Anyone who has played golf knows how hard it is. Being on the golf course is supposed to be enjoyable, but it's difficult to have joy while dealing with bad shots and bunkers. As followers of Jesus, we face a similar struggle to have joy when we deal with the difficulties of life. Instead of enjoying God's presence during trials, we can easily lose sight of delighting in Him when life's bogeys happen. However, once we start to lose our joy and excitement for the Lord, we must shift our mindset and remember that our satisfaction and enjoyment are found in Him. Psalm 16:11 reminds us, "You make known to me the path of life. In your presence there is fullness of joy. At your right hand are pleasures forevermore." Today, let's find our joy in the Lord's presence. And even when life is hard, we can enjoy being on the tough course, knowing He is with us. I'm Bryce Johnson, and you can unpack that. For more, go to unpackingit.com.
It's a beautiful day for baseball here in the Four States area as part of the Four State Festival. It's one game before us here this afternoon here at Seneca. Riverton all over Afton. I believe the final score was 20-4 in that contest. And then Columbus and Seneca here. There's 3 games over in Wyandotte today. Fairland and Christian Heritage, Caney Valley and Veneta, and then Caney Valley and Fairland wind up there. Tomorrow here, Seneca will play Christian Heritage at 2:15, and then Afton and Berryville will be here at 4:30. We'll have that 2:30-15 game between Seneca and Christian Heritage, and then on Saturday, there's actually 3 games here in Seneca as excuse me, Riverton faces Christian Heritage at 10, Dibble faces Columbus at 12:15, and then Dibble faces Seneca at 2:30. And it's a very good thing they decided to wait until Thursday to get this one underway. Monday was a little bit chilly, and usually the beginning of March when you start, it's a little bit chillier than what it is here today. Beautiful day for baseball here in the Four States area. As at first pitch, it should be right around 85 degrees here in Seneca. Go ahead, take another timeout. Come back with more after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District, tradition, pride, class.
A business impact partner of KNEO is ProLube Tire and Auto Center in Neosho. Serving the area since 2001, they're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. ProLube Tire and Auto Center offers tire and brake repair, as well as transmission service, front-end alignments, and more. Located at 1406 North Business 49 in Neosho. More information 417-526-4984 or online at proluberepair.com.
A proud backer of the Seneca Indians is Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca. Located at 1101 Cherokee, they are honored to serve the area with traditional service options including church and graveside services. They also have prearranged funeral plans. For more information, the phone number for Funeral Director Mike Steele at Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca is 417-776-2251 or online campbell-biddlecomefh.com.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca, located at 308 Washington, open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Proud to support the Seneca Indians.
Mid-America Specialty Markets of Seneca is a supporter of the Seneca Indians, and they're proud to bring you today's game. They provide insurance services for the four-state area, including home, auto, life, and agribusiness. Located at 910 Washington Avenue in Seneca, they are licensed in Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Kansas. Learn more today at midminsurance.com or call 417-451-9177. Mid-America Specialty Markets. Protecting your business and family is our specialty.
Chapman Sawmill and Hardwood Lumber is located at 17402 Kentucky Road in Neosho. They specialize in custom woodworking, wide plank flooring, and custom sawing. They make headboards, dining tables, coffee tables, and even stairs for a staircase. For more information and see some of their work and get pricing, call 417-438-5507.
I'm Bryce Johnson with this Unpacking It Sports and Faith Minute. In basketball, running an isolation offense requires balance. While isolating a certain player can be beneficial at times, it often leads to negative results if used too much. In our own lives, we also need to balance when it comes to isolation. On one end, it can be very negative for us if we're always alone and don't interact in meaningful ways with others. The Bible says whoever isolates himself seeks his own desire, he breaks out against all sound judgment. On the other hand, there is great value in seeking the Lord in solitude as it prepares us to be involved with others. Jesus led by example in demonstrating the rhythm of isolation and going out and ministering to others. He would regularly go out by himself to pray and then would return to be with his disciples. Today, let's be challenged to spend time in isolation while also finding opportunities to surround ourselves with others to do life with. I'm Bryce Johnson, and you can unpack that. For more, go to unpackingit.com.
And we welcome you back once again. Your countdown to first pitch sponsors, People's Bank of Seneca and Prater's Pharmacy. You look at this Seneca roster. It is a young roster. They only have 3 seniors on this year's squad, but they have a lot of experience. Ian Heffron, Drew Sherwood, 2 of your top 3 pitchers, and then Logan Pennington. You also have some good juniors in there that I've seen a lot of playing time, and Jagger Wilson and Silas Ball. Ryder Owens, also a junior. Sawyer Euler, also a junior. Remington Albrecht, also a junior for them. And then you have a whole bunch of underclassmen, but they had kind of got thrown into the fire for basketball, and that will only help them here once they get baseball season started, as they kind of had to grow up on the fly during basketball season, and that should only help them here during baseball season. But you look at a lot of different positions that you have to find out who is going to go where. First base, Hagen Ginger had that one locked down for 4 years. Asher Prater is going to be the first one to get the start out there. Drew Sherwood, somebody's got to be out there in center field when he's not pitching. Ian Heffron will be out there here today. And then you've got to replace your left and right fielders as well as your third baseman. So there's a whole bunch of question marks for the Seneca team, but you have to think your top 3 pitchers, kind of a 1A, 1B, and then a very good 3, 1A and 1B, Drew Sherwood, Jagger Wilson. They both came on late last year and then kind of worked their way into those ace roles, and then Ian Heffron is a good number 3. You're going to have to figure out who your number 4 and your number 5 pitchers are. Yes, you will rely on those 3 heavily, but you're going to have to rely on some other ones as well, especially like you look at this weekend. 3 games over the weekend. You have those tournaments. You got, 2 games, Big 8 play, Tuesday, Thursday, sometimes non-conference on Mondays, Fridays, and Saturdays. So, excuse me. I apologize. I am fighting a cold here, so I'm going to try and work my way through it here. But Seneca at home here in the 4-State Festival. It used to be called the Wyandotte Festival. It was one day in Wyandotte, but they've kind of expanded it a little bit here. And now Seneca and Wyandotte both get to host. Both have turf fields, so they are both hosting. Seneca home today, tomorrow, Saturday. And then next week, the Cassville-Seneca Classic. They'll be home next Thursday and Friday. Next Thursday, they play Mount Vernon at 2 o'clock, and then Stratford next Friday at 2 and Grove at 6. And then the placement games will be on Saturday at 2 to be determined sites. Just depending on Seneca will probably be playing here in Seneca. It's just a question of who they will be playing on Saturday. And then the Monette tournament April 1st through the 3rd. And then you really dive into Big 8 play fairly quickly in April 7th against Nevada. Nevada, always a very strong team. Nevada actually won their district last year. They fell to Blair Oaks in their sectional game. Seneca won their district last year, beat Aurora. They fell to Logan Rogersville here at home in their district. So it'll be interesting to see what happens this year, not only Big 8 play-wise, but also district-wise. Those district assignments come out tomorrow afternoon, or I should say tomorrow morning, so we should know tomorrow morning what district Seneca is in, and more than likely it's going to be what it normally has been. You look, it'll probably be Cassville, Aurora, Monette, East Newton, and maybe one other team in there, but those are generally your 4, maybe 5 or 6 teams in those districts. That basketball district is probably going to be pretty close. Nevada actually got put in Seneca's district for basketball, so it'll be interesting to see if Seneca gets put in the same district as Nevada for baseball as well. But a good amount of home games here to start the season for this Seneca team, and then you get into Big 8 play, and like we said, lots of non-conference games on Mondays, sometimes Fridays, and tournaments on Saturdays as well. Countdown to first pitch sponsors, People's Bank of Seneca and Prater's Pharmacy. When we come back, we'll give you your starting lineup, sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic and Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Helping your teen learn smart money habits doesn't have to be complicated. First Community Bank's teen checking account is built for tweens and teens 11 and up with parents in mind. Teens get their own debit card, ATM access, and mobile check deposit, plus a bundled savings account to help them plan ahead. Parents get peace of mind with no monthly fees, parental debit card controls, alerts and notifications, joint ownership, and full account access. Stop by any First Community Bank location to open a teen checking account today. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. See bank for details.
Forbes asked, and the people answered. Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance is one of America's best insurance companies. Forbes recognizes what our customers have known for generations. We are committed to protecting families and the lives they've built. For auto, home, life, and business protection, call Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got Missouri covered.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
I'm Bryce Johnson with this Unpacking It Sports and Faith Minute. When describing the passion with which they play, many athletes comment that they are hungry to win. And as sports fans, we admire those athletes who demonstrate that kind of hunger for victory during competition. But as followers of Jesus, we need to ask ourselves, how hungry are we? Are we driven to know God, follow Him, and serve Him? Do we crave to have a deeper understanding of His Word and to live a life of obedience? Jesus tells us, blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied. Our attitude should always be one of passionately pursuing after God so that we can become more like Him. Just like in sports, the greater the hunger that we have, the better the results. Today, let's be encouraged to hunger and thirst after God and His righteousness and be motivated to do what it takes to become more and more like Him. I'm Bryce Johnson, and you can unpack that. For more, go to unpackingit.com.
And we welcome you back. Your starting lineups here, sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic and Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. First for Columbus. Leading off is the shortstop, number 4, Carter Woodcock. Batting second and doing the pitching, number 15, Ben Major. Batting third and doing the catching, number 10, Cash Smith. The cleanup hitter is the left fielder, number 9, Jet Tanner. Batting fifth and playing second base, number 8, Ethan Midget. Batting sixth and playing first base, number 14, Jonas Stover. Batting seventh and playing third base, number 7, Shade Schuberger. Batting eighth and playing center field, number 2, Brody Carter. And batting ninth and playing right field, number 1, Cal Salparito. Now the starting lineups for the Seneca Indians here this afternoon, opening day for the Indians. Leading off is the shortstop, number 13, Jagger Wilson. Batting second and doing the pitching, number 18, Drew Sherwood. Batting third and doing the catching, number 2, Silas Ball. The cleanup hitter is the first baseman, number 19, Asher Prater. Batting fifth and playing center field, number 17, Ian Heffron. Batting sixth and playing right field, number 23, Remington Albrecht. Batting seventh and playing third base, number 7, Blake McKinney. Batting eighth and playing left field, number 3, Jackson Yoakum. And batting ninth and playing second base, number 1, Ryder Owens. You look at this Seneca team, like we said, it's a whole different outfield here today. Obviously, some of that just due to the fact that Drew Sherwood is starting pitching here this afternoon, but Jackson Yoakum takes over in left, where Caden Klaus played all the time. Ian Heffron in center, Remington Albrecht in right field, where I'm drawing a blank on his name, but thank you, Ryan, played last year for Ryan Owens for Seneca out there in right field. And then third base, you have a new third baseman, Blake McKinney, where Grant Houchin was. Second base also replaced a little bit Ryder Owens there. And like we said, Hagen Ginger no longer there. He had that first base spot sealed down for all 4 years he was here. And Asher Prater, when Hagen came in to pitch, he sometimes actually went to first base. So he has some experience there at first base. He will be the first baseman to start the year here for Seneca. Take another time out, come back with more after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network. Your starting lineups were sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic and Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Countdown to first pitch sponsors, People's Bank of Seneca and Prater's Pharmacy.
Lions Forward is more than a campaign. It's our commitment to the future. Through private giving, we're expanding educational opportunities in Joplin and the four-state area, strengthening programs, and investing in our students. Many MSSU graduates choose to stay in our region, becoming the healthcare professionals, educators, and business leaders who keep our community strong.
Marine Center Incorporated is a sponsor of Seneca Athletics. In business since 1979, they offer Mercury and Suzuki motors, along with low boats as well as boat repairs. Located at 4961 Highway 43 in Joplin, Missouri, open Monday through Friday 9 to 5, Saturday 9 to 12, and closed on Sunday. For more information, the phone number is 417-781-7450 or online at marinecenterjoplin.com. The Marine Center Incorporated, where the slogan is, your family boating headquarters.
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is, better health, better you.
You found it. The ultimate car wash. The one that leaves your vehicle looking brand new every single time. Do we have a prep team that pre-washes? You bet. Over 300 ports applying soap to your vehicle? Yes, sir. 40 high-pressure nozzles providing over 2,500 psi of pressure? Who wouldn't? Buff and dry features that dry your car along with combined 100 horsepower blowers? Try 150. Be careful, we might just blow you away.
A sponsor of community broadcasting on KNEO, Southwest Missouri Bank in Neosho, serving the Neosho area from 2 locations. They offer personal banking services, including checking and savings accounts, home loans, and online banking. Learn more online at smbonline.com. Southwest Missouri Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC, where their slogan is Southwest Missouri Bank. We can do that.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
Hi, I'm Mark Taylor, General Manager of KNEO Radio and the CEO of the Sky High and Seneca Indians Broadcasting Network. As we bring you these high school sports broadcasts each week, there are additional hours and behind-the-scenes work that has to be done to bring you this broadcast. And there's more and more equipment needed with the expansion of the internet or radio broadcast equipment, social media, plus there's fees, announcer costs. It all can add up. If you're a business, we could use your sponsorship. And if not, we are a non-for-profit broadcaster, so your gift is tax deductible. With less sponsors, we have to cut back on how many games or events done, and if that number drops too low, then we have to make other changes. So we would appreciate and look forward to the opportunity to get your business, church, or yourself involved. Contact us to find out more by calling 417-451-5636 or go to kneo.org and contact us there. We will follow up.
Finding answers to questions is easier than ever. It doesn't matter how complex or simple your question is, the answer is just a few taps away. Except maybe these kinds of questions.
Who am I? Where did man come from? What is the purpose of man on this earth? Does life have any meaning?
Billy Graham knew the answer to that last question is yes.
There is more to life than death. Jesus taught us the dignity and the importance of being a person. God put us on this earth for a purpose, and our purpose is to fellowship with God and glorify God. And the great need of the human race at this hour is reconciliation to God.
Would you like to know how you can have a relationship with God? We'd love to help. Just call us at 855-255-PRAY. That's 855-255-PRAY. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
And we welcome you back as both teams, Columbus here just finishing their infield, and then we should be getting starting lineups and hopefully get this ball game started. The last game went a little bit long, and so unfortunately this game is going to start a little bit behind schedule. It's supposed to start 4:30, and we're at 4:50 and it hasn't started yet, so just waiting for this game to start here this afternoon between these two teams, and to try and save my voice here a little bit for this contest. We will leave the field showing here for the next couple of minutes until we get the start of the game rolling. And we'll be back after this. Your countdown to first pitch sponsors, People's Bank of Seneca and Prater Pharmacy. And we welcome you back as we get set for action here. These two teams set to square off. Seneca, the home uniforms here, the home whites. All whites, white pants, white tops, blue trim. Blue numbers in the back, red numbers in the front for the Indians. On the flip side, for Columbus, I'd say those are kind of dark pants, kind of reddish pants with red trim. Can't see numbers yet. I think it's red numbers as well for Columbus. For Seneca, they will look like this in the field. Jackson Yoakum out in left. In center is Ian Heffron. In right field is Remington Albrecht. Left to right in the infield, Blake McKinney at third. At shortstop is Jagger Wilson. Second base is Ryder Owens. And first base is Asher Prater with Silas Ball catching Drew Sherwood here this afternoon. Columbus looks like this. Is Carter Woodcock will lead things off. He is the shortstop. Ben Major batting second, doing the pitching. Cash Smith third, doing the catching. Cleanup hitter is their left fielder, number 9, Jet Tanner. Batting fifth is their second baseman, Ethan Midget. Sixth is their first baseman, Jonas Stover. 7 as the first pitch is in there, and it's swung on and missed. First pitch, 4:53 here this afternoon. A beautiful day for baseball in Seneca. 86 degrees here at first pitch. That one is a ball, and the counts. Here comes offering, and that pitch is high. And I believe here comes the pitch to Woodcock. Swung on and missed. And that is one out here. Shade Schuberger is their 7th place hitter. Brody Carter batting 8th. And Kyle Saporito is their 9th hitter. So quick work Drew made of Woodcock. Ben Major will try and help himself out here. The nice thing for Seneca, your top 3 pitchers all have 105 pitches to work with. Freshmen and sophomores have 95. Juniors and seniors get 105 as that first pitch is poured in for a strike. That breaking ball just misses the top of the zone, so the count's 1-1. One out here, top of the first. Comes the 1-1. That pitch is popped foul, out of play. And the count 1-2 is Drew Sherwood working quickly here in the top of the first. And Sherwood has always been that way since he was a freshman. That one is swung on and missed for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts here for Sherwood. There's 2 down for Cash Smith. Have to wait for Smith to get into the batter's box. As here comes the first pitch, and that's swung on and missed. And the count's 0-1. 0-1 the count here on Smith. The 0-1 swung on and missed, and the count quickly 0-2. Trying to make this a very quick inning. He's only thrown 11 pitches so far as Sherwood. As here comes pitch number 12. And that pitch is high and outside for a ball, and the count is 1-2. 2 outs here, top of the first in Seneca. Here comes the 1-2 offering. 1-2 is in the dirt. Pitch went about 58 feet, and the count's 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes here. 2-2 is fouled straight back. Cash Smith doing what he needs to do to keep himself alive. Count remains 2-2. Here comes another 2-2 offering. That pitch is in there for a called strike 3, and Drew Sherwood strikes out the side in the top of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Half inning in the books. It's Columbus 0 and Seneca coming up.
Access Family Care serves all of your health care needs, from behavioral health to dental services to primary medical needs. AccessFamilyCare.org. Women's Health, OBGYN services. AccessFamilyCare.org, with locations across Southwest Missouri. AccessFamilyCare.org. Quality, convenient health care. Access Family Care medical and dental clinics. Building relationships, providing great care.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
And we welcome you back. Seneca will have Jagger Wilson, Drew Sherwood, Silas Ball, the 3 due up. Anybody reaches Asher Prater, then Ian Heffron and Remington Albrecht. Finally, Blake McKinney, Jackson Yoakum, and Ryder Owens. Columbus will look like this in the field. They do not have their catcher or their pitcher out there, so their pitcher and catcher both struck out to end the top of the first, so I'm not exactly sure what the wait is, but neither their pitcher nor their catcher is out there. As there finally goes their catcher, and their pitcher is out there as well. So Columbus will look like this in the field. Jet Tanner in left, Brody Carter in center, Cal Salparito in right. Left to right in the infield, you have Shade Schuberger at third, Carter Woodcock at shortstop. At second base is Ethan Midget. Jonas Stover is your first baseman, with Cash Smith catching Ben Major to start the contest here this evening. Like we said, it's a beautiful day in the 4 states area. Not really much of clouds. There's some wispy clouds out behind left center field, but this is one of the bigger ballparks in the 4 states area that you will see. There is a ton of foul ground here. Kind of juts in a little bit the farther you get, but that's near the left and right field foul poles. It kind of crashes in a little bit once you get past the dugouts, but there's still a ton of foul territory. It's 330 down the left field line and the right field line, and then dead center is 400, one of the bigger ballparks here in the 4 states area. I've only seen 2, maybe 3 home runs hit in the time that this ballpark has been open, and this is going to be its 5th year that it's been open, as it opened in 2021. Jagger Wilson gets things underway here for Seneca. Like we said, verbally committed to the University of Oklahoma. As here comes the first pitch to Wilson. So that first pitch is outside for a ball, and the count's 1-0. Wilson, Sherwood, ball. Anybody reach or Asher Prater will come to the plate here for the Indians. Like we said, working against Ben Major. As here comes the 1-0. That 1-0 is swung on and missed. Counts 1-1. Sponsors here this afternoon: New Mac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, ProLu Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, and Zach's Car Wash. So here comes the 1-1. pitch is outside, maybe high as well, and the count's 2-1. Not going to take very long to warm up your arm on a day like today. Almost feels like it should be mid-May with the temperature as that pitch is fired in there for a strike, and the count is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2. That pitch is swung on and missed. Got him to chase. Pitch out of the zone, and there's one down. Drew Sherwood will come to the plate here for Seneca. Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, Prairie Top Chiropractic, Springfield Cardinals, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. So here comes the first pitch to Sherwood. And that's in there for a strike. Both these pitchers here in the early going, firing him in there. 0-1 the count here on Sherwood. So here comes the 0-1. That fastball stays outside, and the count's 1-1. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. So here comes the 1-1 pitch. That pitch stays high and outside, and the count's 2-1. Sherwood is a stolen base threat. Hagen Ginger last year secured the single-season stolen base record. I don't think anybody's going to beat that this year as that pitch is low and inside, so the count's 3-1. I believe it was close to 40 stolen bags for Ginger last year. 3-1 the count here on Sherwood. So here comes the 3-1 offering. That pitch is high and outside for ball 4, and a 1-out walk here for the Indians as Silas Ball will come to the plate. Center fielder shading Ball a little bit to, well, now he's moving back towards straight dead center. Now he's shading back towards right center a little bit. Big gap in left center. If you can hit it there, you can run for a while. So here comes the first pitch to Ball. And he takes a called strike, fastball. Counts 0-1, and Sherwood, kind of a delayed steal, is in at second base. Caught me napping. I don't know if he caught the catcher napping as well. 0-1 the count here on Ball. Now you have a runner in scoring position here for Seneca. And a pretty big gap as they're trying to keep him on at second base, and it hit Ball. So now runners are at first and second for Seneca, and their cleanup hitter Asher Prater comes to the plate. This is where Seneca struggled a little bit last year. See if they can find a way to get these runners home. Here comes the first pitch. That pitch hits the outside corner. The count's 0-1. Sometimes those fastballs on the outside corner are the best pitches you're going to see the entire at-bat. So here comes the 0-1. That pitch is hit. Second, runners were in motion, which helps the Indians a little bit. You stay out of double play. It's a 4-3 putout. The fielder's choice does allow the runners to get to second and third as Ian Heffron will come to the plate here for Seneca. So now you got 2 runners in scoring position here for the Indians. See if you can take advantage. One of those seniors for Seneca as Heffron takes the ball high. Mid-America Specialty Markets, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, Cedar Lane Farm and Garden, Chapman Sawmill, and Hardwood Lumber, all sponsoring the broadcast. 1-0 the count here on Heffron. Comes the 1-0 from Major. He takes a pitch high, and the count's 2-0. Way ahead here. probably looking for one pitch and one pitch only, and it's got to be in a pretty good area. So here comes the 2-0. Pops it a mile high. Shortstop, left fielder going to come in, and the left fielder, Jet Tanner, snags it out there in short left center or left field. 10th inning. For Seneca, no runs. They did not get a hit. There were no errors, but they do strand 2. The end of 1. There's no score here on the KNEO Sports Network.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is Better Health, Better You.
It will be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters here for Columbus in the top of the second. Jet Tanner, Ethan Midget, and Jonas Stover are the 3 due up. Anybody who reaches, Shade Schuberger would come to the plate. 15-pitch first inning for Sherwood. So that first pitch is in there for a strike on Tanner, and the count's 0-1. Seneca had a little bit more activity on the base paths, but unfortunately couldn't bring a run home. 0-1 pitch is popped foul out of play, and the count quickly moves to 0-2. So here comes the 0-2 from Sherwood. Swung on and missed for strike 3. 4 straight strikeouts to start the ball game here for Drew Sherwood.
Up next is Ethan Midget.
As Ethan Midget will come to the plate here for Columbus. 1 down in the top of the second. People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministry, Seneca School District, the Northwest Arkansas Naturals all sponsoring the broadcast. Midget takes a ball, so the count's 1-0. Comes the 1-0. Low and inside, and the count 2-0. Cash Smith worked a 2-2 count, and so did Connor Woodcock. Nobody has gotten it to 3 balls yet. Now they do. Way ahead is Midget, 3-0 the count. Way Sherwood's pitching, you probably make him throw a strike, if not 2. Pitch is just outside for ball 4. Looked like Midget may have thought that was a strike, but just outside as Jonas Stover comes to the plate. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust, sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. And so here comes the first pitch to Stover. Jammed him on the inside corner, and the count is no balls and a strike. So he fouls that one off. So here comes the 0-1. Pitch is inside. Does not get by ball enough to allow Midget to take second. 1-1 the count. Sherwood has one of the better pickoff moves you'll see, especially as a lefty as well. So here comes the 1-1. Spoiled foul out of play. Counts 1 ball and 2 strikes. One out here, top second. Columbus finally got a base runner with a one-out walk. So here comes a 1-2 offering from Sherwood to Stover. Just low. Counts 2-2. So over the plate, so about all it could be there is low. So here comes the 2-2. Throws behind, and they got the runner in a pickle. And they have him out. Oh, they called him safe. Looked like they had him out. Asher Prater may have thrown down a little bit too quickly to Wilson, but it looked like Sherwood had a tag on him before he got back. But that's what we're talking about, is sometimes Sherwood can catch guys leaning. Comes another 2-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Sherwood has 5 outs, and all 5 are via strikeout. As Shade Schuberger comes to the plate. 4-State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau Agent Josh Dotson, the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, Huddle Springs Church of Christ, CareNet Pregnancy Center, all sponsoring the broadcast. So here comes the first pitch from Sherwood. Pitch is inside, maybe low, and the count's 1-0. It's not missing by much when he's missing. Except maybe to Ethan Midget, because that was a 4-ball walk. So here comes the 1-0, and that gets by the catcher ball. Wild pitch will allow Midget to get second. Ball at junior. Was the catcher last year for Seneca. So he is used to catching all 3 of the top guys for the Indians. The 2-0 is in there for a strike as Schuberger was taken the entire way. 2-1 the count here on Schuberger. They have a runner in scoring position now. So that fastball stays high and the count's 3-1. Here comes the 3-1 pitch from Sherwood. That's inside for ball 4. So a 1-out walk and now a 2-out walk has runners at first and second for Brody Carter. Northwest Arkansas Naturals home opener at Arvis Ballpark is scheduled for Tuesday night, April 7th, to begin a 6-game homestand versus the Amarillo Sod Poodles that goes through Sunday, April 12th. For ticket information, visit nwanaturals.com. Supporter of high school baseball on KNEO. So that fastball is fired in there for a strike, and the count's 0-1. After Seneca had 2 runners in scoring position in the bottom of the first that couldn't score, they'd love to leave that runner stranded at second as Carter goes chasing, and the count's 0-2. So here comes the 0-2 from Sherwood. Swung on and missed for strike 3. That will end the inning. 4 Columbus, no runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left. 1.5 in the books. There's no score.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 1931 East 20th Street, Suite 103 in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
Billy Graham talks about driving.
I read about a woman who tried her driver's test for the 38th time and failed. And perhaps you've tried nearly that many times for a license spiritually, to sit in the driver's seat of your own life. I'm asking you to move over and trust the Holy Spirit to drive and control your life. You can be alive right now physically, but your soul is dead. your spirit is dead and you keep searching for something and you can't find it, you'll never find what you're looking for in life till you come to the cross of Christ and are born again. Do you know Christ? Are you sure? God can give you a whole new life, a transformation that you never dreamed existed, if you let Him.
Discover how you can let God get behind the wheel of your life at findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
6-7-8 due up for Seneca here in the second. Remington, Albrecht, Blake McKinney, and Jackson Yoakum are the three due up. Anybody reaches Ryder Owens would come to the plate as Albrecht fouls the first one off. Count is no balls and a strike. For Seneca, you would love to at least clear the bottom of the lineup here. So that way the top of the lineup you would have second time in the third inning. So the 0-1 is swung on and missed, and the count quickly 0-2. Major firing it in there as well. He's making his fielders work a little bit more than Drew Sherwood is. Comes the 0-2, and that pitch is high. Counts 1-2. All 6 outs by Columbus are via strikeout. There's only one of the 3 for Major is via strikeout. 1-2 the count. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. And he fouls that off himself. That's the reason why you have a shin guard there. It looked like he fouled it right off his shin guard. Otherwise, you might be hopping around for a little while. Count remains 1-2 here on Albrecht. He is crowding that plate. As here comes a 1-2. That pitch is spoiled foul. He's doing a good job keeping himself alive here. Fouling off a couple of 1-2 pitches. Sure likes pink. Pink bat, pink gloves, pink shoes. So here comes another 1-2. Fastball stays high and the count's 2-2. So here comes the 2-2 offering. That's outside, and Albrecht has worked it from 1-2 to 3-2 here. Seneca had 2 guys reach, one on a base on balls and one on a hit by pitch. But they were stranded at second and third. Comes a 3-2 offering. And Albrecht works a walk. Worked it from a 1-2 count. Works the leadoff walk. We'll see if Coach Eust is aggressive in trying to get him to second base. As Blake McKinney steps to the plate here for Seneca. Seneca usually pretty aggressive on the base paths, so I would not be surprised if at some point he tries and steals second. So here comes the first pitch. McKinney back up the middle. It's a tailor-made double play ball, and the shortstop can't get it, and everybody's safe. It's an E1 on the play. The second baseman was the one that covered, but it actually went to the shortstop. Shortstop couldn't get on the bag in time, and then Blake McKinney beat it out. So runners are at first and second here for Jackson Yoakum. See if he potentially puts down a bunt here. No square. Long look in by Major. Comes the first pitch. He finally squares, and he takes a ball outside. With nobody out, you'd love to get those runners to second and third. Yes, you have your number 9 hitter, Ryder Owens, after that, but then you get back to the top of the order in Wilson and Sherwood. 1-0 the count here on Yoakum. Comes the 1-0. And they have the runner picked off. And that could, as Albrecht is going to be tagged out on the play, goes 1-6-5, I believe, on the putout. McKinney does the smart thing of taking the bag behind him, so there still is a runner at second, but now there's one down here. The Springfield Cardinals home opener is set for Tuesday night, April 7th, as they begin a 6-game homestand versus the Tulsa Drillers that goes through Sunday, April 12th. For ticket information, visit springfieldcardinals.com. A supporter, high school baseball here on KNEO. 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed, so the count's 1-1. So you potentially run yourself out of an inning here. Albrecht did a good job of walking, but sometimes that pitch is inside and the count is 2-1. Albrecht is a junior, but first year seeing playing time on the varsity level. Those are some of the growing pains you're going to have to deal with. 2-1 the count here on Yoakum. Comes the 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball inside. Counts 3-1. Yoakum doing a good job of being selective here. 3-1 the count. Here comes the 3-1 pitch, and Major actually steps off. Seneca's had runners in scoring position in both innings. Here comes a 3-1 again. And he takes low for ball 4. So now, instead of potentially having the bases loaded, you have runners at first and second for Ryder Owens. One out here. Interesting to see. One out, you're less likely to see a bunt here. But you don't want to hit into a double play. Comes the first pitch to Owens. Hits the outside corner. Counts 0-1. Majors had to work a little bit harder than Sherwood has had through his inning in a third compared to the 2 innings so far here for Sherwood. 1-0 is jam shot, cue shot. Runner's out, and I think they're going to... Are they going to call interference on Yoakum? It's a pop out to the first baseman. And they're going to talk about if there was interference there. Which if there's runner's interference, that would mean Yoakum would be out and the inning would be over. So we shall see what happens here. And they do call the runner out. Or maybe it's just, I think it's just the pop out there by Ryder Owens. Jagger Wilson comes to the plate. He struck out his first time up. Still runners at first and second. 2 ducks on the pond here for Wilson. Now, I think the coach for Columbus is wanting to have a conversation with both umpires as well. Community Bank and Trust, proudly serving our customers for the past 140 years. Visit their branch at 1102 South Cherokee for all your banking needs. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, proud sponsor of the Seneca Indians. Everyone at the Neosho Daily News wish the Seneca Indians good luck. Let's go get that win. I don't know if he's happy with the explanation, but it goes back to the dugout. So Wilson will step in with those runners at first and second. Seneca had runners at second and third and couldn't score in the first. See if they can score here in the second. As McKinney tries to grab a bigger lead. They got Wilson shaded to right center as he takes a called strike. The count's 0-1. Big gap in left center field where Wilson could run for a while if he could get it there. They have him shaded to right center. 0-1 the count here on Wilson. Good block on the play by the catcher Smith as that one's in the dirt and the count's 1-1. Pass ball, wild pitch would allow runners to be at second and third. 1-1 the count here on Wilson. Here comes a 1-1. That fastball is in there for strike, and the count's 1-2. Pretty good pitch. Got to get the bat off your shoulders if you're Seneca. 1-2 the count. Here comes the 1-2 offering to Wilson. Here comes the 1-2 from Major. Long look in, and now he fakes the throw and chases McKinney back to the bag. 2 walks and an error in the inning. Yes, Seneca has not been able to take advantage. Pitch is outside for a ball. Counts 2-2. This is what you call, it's kind of been effectively wild here because you never know what you're going to get. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on X, KNEO 917 Sports. Here comes the 2-2 to Wilson. And he did not offer. McKinney going to third, and he is safe at third base. Yoakum still at first. The high throw is what allowed McKinney to get into third. Fortunately for the Indians, Yoakum did not follow him. He's still at first. Count full here on Wilson. Here comes a 3-2 pitch from Major. That pitch is blooped foul. Like we said, there's tons of foul territory here in Seneca, and the third baseman, Schuberger, able to snag it in foul territory. To end the inning for Seneca, no runs, there were no hits, there was an error, and they strand 2. 2 in the books, no score here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Helping your teen learn smart money habits doesn't have to be complicated. First Community Bank's teen checking account is built for tweens and teens 11 and up with parents in mind. Teens get their own debit card, ATM access, and mobile check deposit, plus a bundle savings account to help them plan ahead. Parents get peace of mind with no monthly fees, parental debit card controls, alerts and notifications, joint ownership, and full account access. Stop by any First Community Bank location to open a teen checking account today. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. See bank for details.
Cedar Lane Farm and Garden at 143 Cherokee Avenue in Seneca is your local feed dealer and a supporter of Seneca Indian sports. Offering vet, livestock, and pet products, Cedar Lane also carries a full line of farm and garden supplies. For more information, contact Cedar Farm and Garden on Cherokee Avenue in Seneca today. The number is 417-776-8231. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. through 2 p.m. for your convenience. Go Indians! Huddle Springs Church of Christ is bringing you today's ball game. They're a family-friendly church located just a few miles outside Seneca at 19306 Huddle Springs Road. With Sunday morning and evening worship services as well as midweek services on Wednesdays, check out HuddleSpringsChurchofChrist.org for more information about all the classes and fellowships they offer throughout the week. Huddle Springs Church of Christ, where they say, "We want to go to heaven with you."
9-1-2 due up for Columbus here in the top of the third as Cal Saporito comes to the plate. And he swings and misses at the first one and takes a called strike on the second one, and the count's quickly 0-2. Saporito, Woodcock, and Major, the 3 due up here against Sherwood. 0-2 is swung on and missed. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. And there's one gone here in the top of the third inning. Everybody that has gotten out here today for Columbus is via strikeouts. So that first pitch is swung on and missed, and the count's 0-1. That pitch is in there for a strike, and the count's quickly 0-2. Newmac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, Pearly Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Zach's Car Wash, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. 1-2 the count. Comes the 1-2. That pitch is hit too short. Wilson has a long run. Throws to first and not. Oh, they do say it's in time. A 6-3 putout is the first putout not via strikeout. Wilson had a long way to go in the hole and was able to get it. And a strong throw is able to get the putout. And there's 2 down here for Ben Major. So here comes the first pitch to Major. That's in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Very effective inning so far here for Sherwood. The 0-1. Swung on and missed, and the count is 0-2. Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, Prairie Top Chiropractic, Springfield Cardinals all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. 0-2 the count, and that pitch is fouled off at the plate, so the count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Major did just enough to keep himself alive. Comes another 0-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. That will end the inning. Very efficient inning here for Sherwood. Nothing doing for Columbus. 2.5 in the books. No score.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is, better health, better you.
Heart of the order due up for Seneca here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Drew Sherwood, Silas Ball, and Asher Prater are the 3 due up here for the Indians. Anybody reaches Ian Heffron would come to the plate. Sherwood walked. Ball got hit by a pitch. Prater grounded out to second base. Sponsors here this afternoon: Mid-America Specialty Markets, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, Cedar Lane Farm and Garden, and Chapman Sawmill and Hardwood Lumber. Both pitchers doing extremely well here so far. Not a lot of contact between the two teams. Still looking for our first hit of the afternoon. Sherwood takes a breaking ball high, and the count's 1-0. Stole second, reached third on a fielder's choice. Could not score in the first. Ball is roped right to the shortstop. Nice play by the shortstop there, Carter Woodcock. Able to jump up and snag it, and there's one down. Silas Ball will come to the plate. Ball hit by a pitch, his first time up. So here comes the first pitch to Ball. That ball is cranked to left field. Actually, not hit as hard as I thought. The left fielder able to come over and snag it. Jet Tanner able to snag it after drifting out a little bit, and there's 2 down here as Major, so far, 2 outs and 3 pitches. Prater grounded out to second base his first time up. Comes the first pitch to him, and that breaking ball stays high. Counts 1-0. Seneca has stranded 4 through 2 2/3. Columbus has stranded 2 through 3. 1-0 breaking pitch tumbles in there for a strike. Counts 1-1. Here comes the 1-1 from Major. That ball is hit a mile in the air, foul, out of play. Like a changeup, got way ahead of that one, and the count's 1-2. If you're throwing them a changeup inside, this is where maybe you look fastball outside corner. Comes a 1-2 pitch. And he goes breaking ball in there for strike 3. That will end the inning. Nothing doing for Seneca here in the third. 3 in the books. No score on the KNEO Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District, tradition, pride, class.
3-4-5 due up for Columbus here in the top of the 4th inning. Smith, Tanner, and Midget, the 3 due up. As here comes the first pitch to Smith. Swung on and missed, so the count. No balls and a strike. People's Bank of Seneca, Crater College, Christian Healthcare Ministry, Seneca School District, NWA Naturals all sponsoring the broadcast as that pitch is high and inside. Counts 1-1. Here's some fans in front of us thinking maybe that clipped the inside corner. Counts 1-1. Comes the 1-1 offering. Popped in the air, and I think that's going to sneak out of play. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Only 1 ball has been put in play for Columbus. Otherwise, they're all strikeouts. 1-2, hits outside corner for strike 3. Second time Smith's been put down via strikeout, and there's 1 down here for Jet Tanner. Ethan Midget and Shade Schuberger are the 2 Columbus Titans to reach. They both reached via walks. Sherwood pours 1 in there for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust sponsoring the broadcast. 0-1 is spoiled foul. The count's 0-2. Smith on that last strikeout thought maybe it was outside, and you can't necessarily blame him because he's the catcher there for Columbus as Tanner strikes out. There's 2 down for Ethan Midget, but probably one of those that's too close to take. Midget walked his first time up. 4-State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau Agent Josh Dotson, Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, Huddle Springs Church of Christ, and CareNet Pregnancy Center all sponsoring the broadcast. Comes the first pitch from Sherwood. Low for a ball, and the count's 1-0. Seneca home tomorrow against Christian Heritage, 2:15. First pitch here from Seneca. 1-0 is fired in there for a strike, and the count is 1-1. Then they play Saturday against Dibble, Oklahoma. So that pitch is on the outside corner, and it counts 0-2. We'll have tomorrow afternoon's broadcast. Won't have Saturdays, though. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. That pitch is high for a ball, and the count's 2-2. 15-pitch first inning, 20-pitch second inning, 11-pitch third inning. So Midget's worked at full at 3-2. Midget and Schuberger are the two that have caused Sherwood the most problems here today. Swung on and missed for strike 3. That will end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. 3.5 in the books. Still looking for our first run here on the KNEO Sports Network.
A business impact partner of KNEO is ProLube Tire and Auto Center in Neosho. Serving the area since 2001, they're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. ProLube Tire and Auto Center offers tire and brake repair, as well as transmission service, front-end alignments, and more. Located at 1406 North Business 49 in Neosho. More information 417-526-4984 or online at proluberepair.com.
A proud backer of the Seneca Indians is Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca. Located at 1101 Cherokee, they are honored to serve the area with traditional service options including church and graveside services. They also have prearranged funeral plans. For more information, the phone number for Funeral Director Mike Steele at Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca is 417-776-2251 or online campbell-biddlecomefh.com.
Americans have a big healthcare problem. Over 100 million citizens carry medical debt while spending on overpriced and complicated health insurance. As Christians, we don't have to pay for a broken system. Christian Healthcare Ministries is a faith-based alternative to health insurance at half the cost. Plus, you can enroll at any time. Stand up to insurance and join CHM today.
5, 6, and 7 due up for Seneca here in the bottom of the fourth. Heffron, Albrecht, and McKinney. Anybody who reaches, Jackson Yoakum. Still looking for our first hit of the afternoon here. As Smith has to get himself situated behind home plate. Here comes the first pitch to Heffron. That breaking ball is inside, and the count's 1-0. Heffron flew out to short left field his first time up. Albrecht and McKinney both reached. Albrecht on a walk, McKinney on an error. That 1-0 hits the outside corner, and the count's 1-1. Northwest Arkansas Naturals home opener at Alvis Ballpark is scheduled for Tuesday night, April 7th, as they begin a 6-game homestand versus the Amarillo Sod Poodles. That continues through Sunday, April 12th. For ticket information, visit nwanaturals.com. Supporter of high school baseball on KNEO as a big bender is in there for a strike, and the count's 1-2. Comes the 1-2. Bender again. This one doesn't break, and the count's 2-2. At some point, you have to wonder if a fastball or a changeup is coming after back-to-back curveballs. 2-2 the count. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Heffron. There's the fastball. Popped in the air. It's going to stay in fair territory, and it hit the Bermuda Triangle. And Ian Heffron has the first hit of the afternoon. One of the toughest plays out there in right field. So Remington Albrecht will come to the plate. Behind the first baseman, second baseman has a long ways to go, and the right fielder has a long ways to go, and the right fielder is fighting that sun as well. So here comes first pitch to Albrecht, and they throw behind Heffron, who's back safely. Albrecht worked a 1-2 count to a walk. That was an 8-pitch at bat that he worked a walk on. Throw behind Heffron again. Heffron must have a healthy lead over there at first base. Sherwood stole second. And McKinney stole second as Major stepped off. He is highly worried about what's happening over at first base with Ian Heffron. Sometimes that can help the hitter in Albrecht. First pitch, it gets by the catcher. It is a strike, but the pass ball will allow Heffron to get to second. Somehow squeaked underneath the glove of Cash Smith. Once again, Seneca another runner in scoring position. I believe technically they're 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position today. So here comes the 0-1. Breaking ball in the dirt. Counts 1-1. Heffron has the first hit of the afternoon for either squad. Albrecht would like to have the first RBI of the season. So here comes the 1-1 from Major. Back up the middle. Shortstop throws to first. Heffron was taking off on the play, but Albrecht does his job. He gets the runner over to third. It's a 6-3 putout. And now you have two chances to get him home as Blake McKinney come to the plate, reached on a throwing error by the pitcher his first time up. Seneca's had a runner at third a couple different times today. Not been able to get the runner home. So here comes the first pitch to McKinney. Back up the middle. Heffron taking off on the pitch. It's a fielder's choice. RBI for Blake McKinney. It's a 6-3 putout, but Seneca gets the first run of the season. As Ian Heffron was off on the play. Bases are cleared, but Seneca has a 1-0 lead. As Jackson Yoakum comes to the plate. Looks like he comes the first pitch to him. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Counts 0-1. Single pass ball, fielder's choice. Allows first run of the game in. So here comes the 0-1. That breaking ball in. Counts 0-2. Got to swing the bat here if you're Yoakum. Got to protect with 2 strikes. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That breaking ball stays inside. It's 1-2. Springfield Cardinals home opener is set for Tuesday night, April 7th, as they begin a 6-game homestand versus the Tulsa Drillers. It goes through Sunday, April 12th. For ticket information, visit springfieldcardinals.com. Supporter of high school baseball on KNEO as Yoakum fouls off the fastball and the count's 1-2. You had to wonder if, after slowing his bat down so much, if they were going to try and sneak a fastball by him, and they tried. Yoakum did a good job of fouling it off. Don't be surprised if they go back to the curveball here. Comes another 1-2, and he stays with the fastball high. Counts 2-2. Love to get Ryder Owens up here and clear the bottom of the lineup in the fourth. So here comes the 2-2. That breaking ball is swung on and missed for strike 3. That will end the inning, but Seneca does get one run in the inning on one hit. There were no errors, and they don't strand anybody. 4 in the books. Seneca up 1-0 here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Missourians know we've got their back. For 75 years, they've turned to Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance for dependable, personalized life insurance coverage. That's 75 years protecting families and the lives they've built. For small-town values and big-time protection, call Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got Missouri covered.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
Locally owned, operated, and here for you. Check out the new face of the Neosho Daily News, covering Newton County, highlighting area residents, businesses, school news, sports, and more. Find us on Facebook at Neosho Daily News or call 417-451-1520. Go get 'em, Indians!
The Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce is an organization that exists to make Southwest Missouri a better place to live. That is why they are proud supporters of high school athletics. They understand that the life lessons learned from sporting competition teaches responsibility and discipline and makes our student athletes better citizens for tomorrow. Learn more about local area events online at neoshocc.com. Proud supporters of local school athletics.
6, 7, 8 due up for Columbus here in the 5th inning. Stover, Schuberger, and Carter. Anybody reaches, Saporito come to the plate. His first pitch fouled back to the screen, and the count's 0-1. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ballgame schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on X at KNEO917 Sports as that pitch is high. Counts 2-1. Comes the 2-1 offering. Hits the outside corner, and the count is 2-2. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. That's foul tipped as Stover does a good job of keeping himself alive here. Comes another 2-2. Ball is yanked, and nice play on the hop by Wilson. Throws to first in plenty of time. It was a one-hopper. Wilson couldn't decide if he wanted to try and charge it or wait for the short skip. Waited for the skip. Was able to snag it, and there's one down. And Shade Schuberger comes to the plate. Seneca home tomorrow against Christian Heritage. 2:15 first pitch. We'll have that broadcast for you tomorrow as that first pitch is fouled off. It counts 0-1. And then we'll have the first day of pool play in that Cassville Seneca tournament next Thursday as that pitch is swung on and missed. Counts 0-2. They have 2 games next Friday. We won't have either of those due to Listener Appreciation Night. So here comes the 0-2 pitch. Low and outside for a ball, and the count's 1-2. So here comes the 1-2 pitch from Sherwood. Just outside, maybe high as well, and the count's 2-2. Ever since that second inning, Sherwood's been pretty effective. Comes the 2-2. That's spoiled foul, and the count remains 2-2. He's already got 11 strikeouts in 4 1/3 innings. Another 1-2, and that pitch is in the dirt. Excuse me, it was a 2-2, and the count now full. 3-2. 11 strikeouts, 2 walks. Usually take that average. But Schuberger's walked for his first time. Now a full count here his second time. That is in there for a called strike 3. Strikeout number 12 for Drew Sherwood. And there are two down here for Brody Carter.
Up to bat is Brody Carter.
Over at the Neosho Daily News with the Seneca Indians. Good luck. Let's go get that win. So here comes the first pitch to Carter. That pitch is high for a ball, and the count's 1-0. Columbus having a hard time figuring out this senior southpaw. Only 2 balls hit in play here today, both to Wilson at shortstop. So that his pitch is in there for a strike, and the count's 1-1. Wilson, the only player for Seneca that's been busy other than Ball and Sherwood. Here comes the 1-1. Swung on and missed, and the count's 1-2. "59 pitches through 4 innings for Sherwood. He's been pretty effective. Comes the 1-2. Foul tipped at the plate. Carter gets a piece to keep himself alive. Count remains 1-2. Comes another 1-2 pitch. And Carter swung at what would have been ball 2, but he was able to get a piece and keep himself alive. So here comes another 1-2 offering from Sherwood. That pitch is inside, maybe low as well, so the count's 2-2. Carter doing a good job of making him throw some pitches. Schuberger did a good job of that as well. Schuberger has 7 pitch at bat. This is the 7th pitch of this at bat, and that pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, and Sherwood's through 5 with 13 strikeouts. 4.5 in the books. Seneca up 1-0 here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Chapman Sawmill and Hardwood Lumber is located at 17402 Kentucky Road in Neosho. They specialize in custom woodworking, wide plank flooring, and custom sawing. They make headboards, dining tables, coffee tables, and even stairs for a staircase. For more information and see some of their work and get pricing, call 417-438-5507.
Mid-America Specialty Markets of Seneca is a supporter of the Seneca Indians, and they're proud to bring you today's game. They provide insurance services for the 4-state area, including home, auto, life, and agribusiness. Located at 910 Washington Avenue in Seneca, they are licensed in Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Kansas. Learn more today at midminsurance.com or call 417-451-9177. Mid-America Specialty Markets. Protecting your business and family is our specialty.
Ryder Owens popped out to first base his first time up. Fouls off the first pitch, so the count's 0-1. 9-1-2 here for Seneca in the bottom of the 5th. Owens and then at the top of the order, and Wilson and Sherwood. Seneca finally broke through with a run and a hit in the 4th inning thanks to Ian Heffron. As the 0-1 breaking ball is in there for a strike, and the count's 0-2. It's kind of a soft, I don't even want to say a line drive, but a soft put out to first base by Owens his first time up. So here comes the 0-2. Gets a piece, spoils it foul out of play, and the count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Wilson 0-2, Sherwood 0-1. That's who's next 2 up for Seneca. Anybody who reaches Silas Ball would come to the plate. Takes a pitch low, and the count's 1-2. Seen these big dimensions come into play here today as here comes a 1-2. Breaking ball, gets a piece, keeps himself alive. There's a foul out. And the second by Jagger Wilson up against the Seneca bullpen. Comes another 1-2 pitch here from Major. Breaking ball, hit on a couple hops to shortstop, waits for that true hop, throws to first and gets him by half a step. 6-3 put out, and there's one down. Jagger Wilson will come to the plate. New Mac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, Prolube Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Zach's Car Wash, sponsoring the broadcast here. Also want to thank Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, Prairie Top Chiropractic, the Springfield Cardinals. So here comes the first pitch to Wilson. This is it on the outside corner, and the count's 1-0. One out here. Bottom of the fifth. Comes a 1-0 pitch. Both pitchers have been very effective. A breaking ball in there for a strike, and the count's 1-1. It's a slow looping bender. If you can guess that pitch, you probably could hit it a long ways, but Major's done a good job of keeping Seneca off balance. So that breaking ball stays high, and the count's 2-1. Wilson is another man you don't want to get on base because he will take second and third very quickly. The 2-1. Fastball high and outside, and the count's 3-1. Yes, here comes the 3-1 offering. That pitch is inside for ball 4. So a 1-out walk here. So Wilson has to disregard all the armor. There's 1 out here for Drew Sherwood. Sherwood has walked and lined out to shortstop. And Wilson is a stolen base threat for Seneca. So Major probably keeping an eye on him over at first base. So here comes the first pitch from Major. Pitch is hit in the air to right center field. Right fielder able to come over and snag it. And Wilson able to get back. He was halfway, more than halfway. He was actually at the second base bag. And was able to get back. I'm not sure if that was a hit and run. Sherwood golfed it just. Nice play out there in right field by Saporito. So this ball comes to the plate, flew out to left field his last time up. 2 down here in the inning. So here comes the first pitch to ball. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Wilson looking to steal second, and he does. So 0-1 the count here on ball. Stolen base, has a runner in scoring position. Mid-America Specialty Markets, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, Cedar Lane Farm and Garden, Chapman Sawmill and Hardwood Lumber, and this may be a pitch count issue as we will have a pitching change. We'll tell you about the new pitcher after this. The KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is better health, better you.
And we welcome you back as Ben Major went 4 2/3 innings. So far, gave up 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned 4 base on balls to go along with, looks like 2-3 strikeouts. He is responsible for the runner at second base in Jagger Wilson. Jet Tanner will come in on the mound. Will move from left field to pitch here this afternoon. And then Major went to second, which makes me wonder if Ethan Midget went to left field. 0-1 the count here on ball. Only reason why you take Major out mid at bat is due to a pitch count issue, so I'm sure that's why Major got out with a 1-strike count on him. This ball has an 0-1 count on him. Wilson going to take third, pitch in there for a strike. Stolen base, now has a runner at third, but an 0-2 count on ball, so he's got to find a way to get a hit here to allow Wilson to score. Unless there's a pass ball wild pitch. 0-2 the count here on ball. Pitch is outside, and there's your wild pitch. It did not get away from the catcher that much, and he is safe at home plate as the wild pitch allows Jagger Wilson to come in and score. That did not scoot very far away from the catcher, Smith. And then if he didn't bobble it, he probably could have got it to his catcher. That's what aggressive base running will do for you. So that pitch is outside, and the count is 2-2. So Tanner on the mound. That run was actually Ben Major, so his line is complete. As here comes the 2-2. That pitch is hit on a couple hops to third. Throws to first in time, and there will end the inning. For Seneca, they do get another run in the inning. Not in a courtesy of any hits, no errors, and they don't strand anybody. At the end of 5, Seneca is up 2-0 here on Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca, located at 308 Washington, open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Proud to support the Seneca Indians.
Isn't it a terrible thing to be lost? No matter how on track you may think your life is, eventually, we all realize we're lost. Jesus told us that He was the way, the truth, and the light. If you would like to speak to someone right now about finding your way in life through a relationship with Jesus Christ, just call us at 888-NEED-HIM or chat with us at chataboutjesus.com.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District. Tradition, pride, class.
9-1-2 due up for Columbus here in the 6th, working against Drew Sherwood. And that pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Saporito, Woodcock, and Major, the 3 due up here for Columbus in the 6th. So that pitch is swung on and missed. Count 0-2. 79 pitches to start the inning here for Sherwood. Allowed 105, so he's got plenty to work with to try and get through a complete game potentially, as that pitch is low for a ball. Counts 1-2. So here comes the 1-2 offering. That pitch is high, and the count's 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Saporito. So here comes the 2-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And there's 1 down for Connor Woodcock. Woodcock and then Major. Anybody reaches Cash Smith would come to the plate. That was his 14th strikeout through 5 1/3 innings. That pitch is swung on and missed. The count's 0-1. Ben Major's final line, it's a good final line, but he's in line for the loss for Columbus. 0-1 pitch is high, and the count's 1-1. 1 hit, 2 runs, 2 earned, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. 4 2/3 innings for Ben Major. 1-1 is swung on and missed. Looks like he went with a changeup there. Counts 1-2. Only 2 balls have been put in play against Drew Sherwood so far. So that pitch is outside, and the count's 2-2. And he has been mowing batters down since that second inning. 2-2. Hits the inside corner for strike 3. Strikeout number 16 on the evening. There's 2 down for Ben Major.
Next up, we got Ben Major.
If you're Sherwood, you would love a quick 6th inning. So that way you got plenty of pitches to deal with in the 7th. Swung on and missed. Counts 0-1. Comes the 0-1 pitch. Spoiled foul on the count, quickly 0-2. So here comes the 0-2. Outside and low, and so the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sherwood looking for his 16th strikeout. Spoiled foul back to the screen. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Comes another 1-2 offering. That pitch is hit up the middle, and that is the first base hit of the afternoon for Columbus. It comes 5 2/3 innings in. Only the 3rd ball put in play today by Columbus. That one past the second baseman, Ryder Owens, who did not have an opportunity at it. It's Cash Smith will come to the plate. People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministry, Seneca School District, Northwest Arkansas Naturals, all sponsoring the broadcast. Throw behind, they have the runner picked off potentially. Good throw, and they're going to say it was a balk. And it's the home plate umpire that called it a balk. Head coach Chris Hughes can't believe it. So the runner's going to be safe at second. And Sherwood is going to talk to the field umpire and ask what he did wrong. Pretty sure the home plate umpire is the one that called it. Columbus now a runner in scoring position. Cash Smith 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts, but so is everybody else. Pitch is in there. What an excellent throw by Silas Ball. But in there safely is Ben Major. One 1-0 the count here on Cash Smith. So they now have a runner in scoring position and try and have this lead. So 1-0 is in there for a strike, and the count's 1-1. Love to leave that runner stranded at third base. 1-1 the count here on Smith. Here comes the 1-1. That pitch is nubbed third. Tough play. Throws to first, and the high throw will not allow Seneca to get out of the inning. Tough play for Blake McKinney. So it's an infield single for Cash Smith. cut the lead in half, make it 2-1. I think Coach Eust is wanting to say fouled off his foot. If that's the case, then you would take the run off the board, and the count would be 1-2. They're not going to say it was fouled off his foot. So the run scores, and now the tying run is at first base. Jet Tanner will come to the plate. Tanner 0 for 2. This is the most work Sherwood has had since that first inning. That pitch is in the dirt, and the wild pitch will allow the tying run to get to second base. They had a sharp single and then a single that went about 20 feet. I think you got to give him a single. McKinney did everything he could to get the runner out. Just a little bit of a high throw, and runner may have been safe anyways. Pitch is inside for a ball on Tanner, and the count, I believe, as here comes another one, and that pitch is spoiled foul. Two outs here in the top of the sixth. So here comes the 2-1 offering. That pitch is poked in the air to center field. Heffron going to go over and snag it. And that will end the inning for Columbus. They do get on the board. 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors, and they strand 1. 5.5 in the books. Seneca up 2-1.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized, and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
You found it, the ultimate car wash, the one that leaves your vehicle looking brand new every single time. Do we have a prep team that pre-washes? You bet. Over 300 ports applying soap to your vehicle? Yes, sir. 40 high-pressure nozzles providing over 2,500 psi of pressure? Who wouldn't? Buff and dry features that dry your car along with combined 100 horsepower blowers? Try 150. Be careful, we might just blow you away.
Lions Forward is more than a campaign. It's our commitment to the future. Through private giving, we're expanding educational opportunities in Joplin and the four-state area, strengthening programs, and investing in our students. Many MSSU graduates choose to stay in our region, becoming the healthcare professionals, educators, and business leaders who keep our community strong.
Bottom of the sixth here in Seneca. 4-5-6 due up for the Indians. Asher Prater, Ian Heffron, Remington Albrecht. Anybody reaches Blake McKinney would come to the plate. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust sponsoring the broadcast. Prater 0 for 2. He's grounded out and struck out here this afternoon. So here comes the first pitch to him from Jet Tanner, beginning his first full inning of work. Came in, got Silas Ball to ground out, but that was a big run scored by Jagger Wilson. A wild pitch. That right now is the game-winning run. So here comes the 1-0. That ball is yanked down the left field line, foul. So the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Unless Sherwood can get 3 outs on 3 pitches, you probably will see somebody else have to finish it in the top of the 7th, and Jagger Wilson is warming up, probably to be that man. 1-1 the count here on Prater. So here comes the 1-1. Breaking ball hit to third, and it gets by the third baseman. A sharp one-hopper past the third baseman there. And a single to start the inning for Seneca. You're going to have a pinch runner here for Seneca. That pinch runner is going to be Brenton Crow. So Crow will run for Prater. Can do this one time because Prater can re-enter. And he'll probably be at first base again in the top of the 7th. For State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau Agent Josh Dotson, Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, Huddle Springs Church of Christ, CareNet Pregnancy Center sponsoring the broadcast. So here comes the first pitch to Heffron. That's a wild pitch that gets by the catcher, and Crow will take second base. So Seneca looking for some insurance. Heffron found the Bermuda Triangle out there in right field. His last AB, he has the lone single for Seneca, lone hit for the Indians, and now a runner in scoring position. So here comes the 1-0. Pitch is high, and the count 2-0. Northwest Arkansas Naturals home opener at Arvis Ballpark is scheduled for Tuesday night, April 7th, as they begin a 6-game homestand versus the Amarillo Sod Poodles. It goes through Sunday, April 12th. For ticket information, visit nwanaturals.com, sponsor of high school baseball on KNEO. I believe that pitch is high and inside, so the count's 3-0. Heffron and then Albrecht, and McKinney follows him. He's in the hole. Comes the 3-0 pitch. Taking the entire way, and it's a 4-pitch walk. So the first 2 have reached here for Seneca as Albrecht comes to the plate. He walked his first time, grounded to short his second time. Question becomes, do you bunt here? But then you have your 7 and 8 hitters potentially having to try and get runners in. See if Seneca plays a little bit of small ball here. Albrecht squares, and he does bunt the pitcher. It's a beautiful bunt. Throws to first in time. It is a 1-3 putout, but a beautiful sacrifice bunt there by Albrecht. Allows the runners to get to second and third, and now you got 2 chances to get them home as Blake McKinney will come to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He reached on an error in the second. Community Bank and Trust, proudly serving our customers for the past 140 years. Visit our branch at 1102 South Cherokee for all your banking needs. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, proud sponsor of the Seneca Indians. McKinney takes a pitch outside, and the count's 1-0. 2 ducks out on the pond there for Seneca. 2 chances to get him in, too. A base hit would definitely score 1, if not both. And calling time there was McKinney. Good job by him calling time. Here comes the 1-0 from Tanner. That pitch in the dirt, good block by Smith. Counts 2-0. First base is open, but I don't think Tanner's looking at wanting to walk anybody. So here comes the 2-0. That pitch is hit on a hop. Crow going to go home. It's a bad throw, and the run scores on the fielder's choice. I think you have to call an error on the play, make that an E5. As going on the pitch there was Crow. He comes in and scores. Fielder's choice has runners at first and third here for Seneca. For Jackson Yoakum. Still only 1 down here in the inning. See if McKinney tries to steal second. That hits Yoakum in the helmet. He does not look worse for wear, though. The bases are loaded here for Ryder Owens. As Tanner is going to have Cash Smith come out and try and settle him down. Springfield Cardinals home opener is set for Tuesday night, April 7th, as they begin a 6-game homestand versus the Tulsa Drillers. Goes through Sunday, April 12th. For ticket information, visit springfieldcardinals.com. Supporter of high school baseball here on KNEO. Got nowhere to put him. Ryder Owens at the plate 0 for 2. He's hit the ball in play both times. He's popped out to first and grounded out to short. One down here in the inning. One run already across. Comes the first pitch to Owens. Fastball, foul tipped into the mitt. Counts 0-1. Wilson on deck for Seneca if you can get to him. Base hit. Could potentially score 2. Comes the 0-1. Spoiled foul. And counts 0-2. Tanner came in with 2 outs in the 5th. Got the final out. Working his first full inning here. He's given up 1 unearned run so far. Heffron at third. McKinney at second. Yoakum at first. That pitch is a ball on the counts 1-2. If you could hit a fly ball deep enough, Heffron is fast enough that he could score. Comes a 1-2. And he looks at the pitch on the outside corner for strike 3. There's 2 down for Jagger Wilson. Wilson 0 for 2. He has fouled out and struck out. Also walked and scored the go-ahead run in the 5th. Right now, that's the game-winning run. Crow scored off the Prater single. Pinch hit for him and actually came in and scored. That's some insurance right now for Seneca. As Wilson takes a ball, counts 1-0. You want to be careful with him, but you got nowhere to put him. If you're Columbus, you're going to have to pitch to him. And Drew Sherwood is 0 for 2. He's on deck. He's also a dangerous hitter. So that pitch misses the inside corner, and the count's 2-0. Walk will also earn you an RBI, as a run would come in and score. As here comes the 2-0. That pitch is inside, and the count's 3-0. Wilson and Sherwood are probably the 2 hitters for Seneca that have a green light, 3-0. Because you know he's got to groove one in there. Here comes the 3-0. That is way outside for ball 4. It's an RBI walk. And it's 4-1 now for Seneca. Heffron will come in and score.
Next up is Drew Sherwood.
As Drew Sherwood will come to the plate. Sherwood 0 for 2 on the day, but he would love opportunity, and we may have another pitching change here. We will just to wait and see, as Jet Tanner has lost the strike zone here. He has walked 2 in the inning. He also hit a batter. Seneca has 1 hit. It was the single to start the inning. And it was a line where the third baseman had a hard time snagging it, so it'll be interesting to see. I gave him a hit on the play because I think that third baseman would have a hard time grabbing it. 4-1 your score here. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com. KNEO Radio. Follow us on X at KNEO 917 Sports. Sherwood 0 for 2. He's lined out and flown out. He's also walked. See how aggressive he is on that first pitch, because he swung at the first pitch last time and hit a mile-high pop-up to right field. Also lined out to shortstop in the 3rd on the second pitch. So he is aggressive. That first pitch is outside for a ball. Counts 1-0. Tanner has had a hard time finding the strike zone here. 2 runs in the inning so far for Seneca. That pitch is high for a ball, and the count's 2-0. 8th batter in the inning here for the Indians. Sherwood going to be ultra aggressive here with a 2-0 count. And that is inside, almost hit him. The count is 3-0. So here comes the 3-0. That hits the outside corner, and the count's 3-1. Sherwood can be just as picky with this one. If he doesn't like it, he can take it. 3-1 the count. Here comes a 3-1 to Sherwood. That is low and outside for ball 4. Back-to-back walks, and the lead is up to 5-1 here for Seneca. This ball will come to the plate here for the Indians. Ball 0 for 2. It's been hit by a pitch as well. Tanner actually got him to ground out to third last inning. So that pitch is high, and the count's 1-0. Jet Tanner having a hard time finding the strike zone. Single start of the inning, then walk, sack bunt, fielder's choice, hit by pitch, strikeout, base on balls, base on balls. Pitch is hit to third, passed underneath the third baseman's glove. 1 run is going to come in and score. They're going to send the second runner home, and in safely is Jagger Wilson. It is a 2 RBI single for Silas Ball, and the lead balloons to 7-1. He does take second on the throw, as runners will be at second and third for Asher Prater, who started off the inning with a single, as he will bat for the second time here today. Or I should say in this inning. He is 1 for 3 on the day. That base hit really breaks the game open here. Sherwood at third, ball at second. Comes the first pitch to Prater. Good block by Smith as the count's 1-0. Second time here in the inning that Prater has batted. 5 runs in the inning for Seneca on 2 base hits. So that pitch is in the dirt. The count's 2-0. Heffron on deck. He walked earlier this inning. He's also flown out and singled. 2-0 the count here on Prater. So here comes the 2-0. Swung on and missed. Took a little bit off there, and the count's 2-1. This point, with how long Sherwood's been, he's out there on the base paths now, but with how long he's been off, he may just start next inning with Wilson, as that 2-1 is swung on and missed and counts 2-2. So let Wilson have a clean inning here, 7th, but that's something we'll just have to wait and see on. 2-2 the count here on Prater. Here comes the 2-2 from Tanner. He yanks that one to the backstop. Sherwood going to try and score. He is in there safely. Wild pitch allows him to come in and score. Ball will take third on the throw as well. Makes it 8-1. And the full count here on Prater. Kind of overthrew it and yanked it to the backstop to Tanner. So here comes the 3-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And that will end the inning, but a big inning for Seneca. 6 runs on 2 base hits. There was 1 error, and they strand 1. We head to the 7th. Seneca up 8-1 here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is Better Health, Better You.
Mid-America Specialty Markets of Seneca is a supporter of the Seneca Indians, and they're proud to bring you today's game. They provide insurance services for the four-state area, including home, auto, life, and agribusiness. Located at 910 Washington Avenue in Seneca, they are licensed in Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Kansas. Learn more today at midminsurance.com or call 417-451-9177. Mid-America Specialty Markets. Protecting your business and family is our specialty.
The Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce is an organization that exists to make Southwest Missouri a better place to live. That is why they are proud supporters of high school athletics. They understand that the life lessons learned from sporting competition teaches responsibility and discipline and makes our student athletes better citizens for tomorrow. Learn more about local area events online at neoshocc.com. Proud supporters of local school athletics.
Locally owned, operated, and here for you. Check out the new face of the Neosho Daily News, covering Newton County, highlighting area residents, businesses, school news, sports, and more. Find us on Facebook at Neosho Daily News or call 417-451-1520. Go get 'em, Indians!
5-6-7 due up for Columbus here in the 7th. Ethan Midget, Jonas Stover, Shade Schuberger. They'll face a new pitcher in Ian Heffron. So Heffron fires a ball to start off his evening, and the count's 1-0. Sherwood went 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned 2 base on balls and 15 strikeouts. It's a very good opening line for Drew Sherwood. So that fastball is fired in there, and the count's 1-1. Probably hoping that Heffron can get out of this with less than 35 pitches so he could pitch Saturday potentially. More than likely, as that pitch is swung on and missed, the count's 1-2. You'll see Jagger Wilson start on the mound for Seneca tomorrow. But we don't know that for sure. We won't know that till tomorrow as that breaking ball stays inside and the count's 2-2. Midget dove out of the way of it, and you heard a bunch of oohs from the Seneca bench because he ducked out of the way and it wasn't even close to him. 2-2 is in there for a called strike 3, and there's one down. Seneca looking for their first win of the season in their season opener. And then improved to 1-0, face Christian Heritage here tomorrow, just outside of Oklahoma City. So here comes the first pitch to Jonas Stover as that pitch is low for a ball. So counts 1-0. Stover 0 for 2, one of the few actually put the ball in play. Has 1 strikeout, but also grounded out to shortstop. I believe that was the short hop. This count is 1-1. So here comes the 1-1 to Stover. Breaking ball inside, and the count's 2-1. So Wilson had to decide if he wanted to try and snag it before it did a short hop, and he was able to grab it off the short hop. Ball hit to third. Another tough play for McKinney. Throws to first, not in time. Another infield single for Columbus. Not much McKinney can do on that one. He was playing deep. Came charging in, gave it a good effort, just Stover able to beat it out. So 1 out base runner now is Shade Schuberger come to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He's walked. He's also struck out. So here comes the first pitch to him, and that ball is outside. This counts 1-0. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Seneca a 7-run lead as that pitch is high, and the count's 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes here on Schuberger. So here comes the 2-0 from Heffron. That pitch is high. They try and pick behind the base runner. Prater can't hold on to it. Counts 3-0. Prater had been able to hold on to it. Stover at first base was a little lackadaisical. Might have been able to pick him off. 3-0 the count here on Schuberger. 3-0 hits the outside corner. Counts 3-1. Basically 2 games a day here in Seneca in that tournament. I think they have 3 on Saturday. So here comes the 3-1. Popped up in the air. Second baseman Owens goes out, and it's the right fielder Albrecht coming in. He will snag it for out number 2 as Brody Carter comes the last hope for Columbus here today. Seneca and Christian Heritage here tomorrow at 2:15. We'll have that broadcast for you. Afton and Berryville follow it, and then on Saturday, no broadcasts, but there are 3 games here in Seneca. Riverton Christian Heritage starts the day at 10. Dibble and Columbus at 12:15, and then Dibble and Seneca end the day at 2:30. As Carter swings and misses at that first one, so the count is 0-1. If I was Heffron, I wouldn't even worry about that runner at first. If he wants to take second and or third, be my guess. Worry about the hitter as that one's fouled off. Seneca a strike away from an opening day victory. 0-2 the count. Also not a ton pitches thrown by Heffron either, which is something else you like to see. 0-2 is actually behind Carter. They have the runner picked off to end the game, caught stealing on the play. It's a 2-6 putout to end the game. For Columbus here in the 7th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. Seneca wins this one by the final score of 8-1, and they improve to 1-0 on the season. The post-game show sponsored by Crowder College in the Seneca School District. Take a quick time out, come back, wrap up the broadcast after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District, tradition, pride, class.
We're very good at complicating what it means to follow Jesus. We create formulas, steps, laws, roads, and fundamentals. Jesus' call was clear and simple. Follow me. The Gospels tell the complete story of what it means to follow Jesus. It starts with follow me and grows to loving God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. Begin today. Make the decision to follow Jesus. For more on what it means to follow Jesus, call 1-888-NEED-HIM. 888-NEED-HIM.
And we welcome you back for the final time post-game show sponsored by Crowder College and the Seneca School District. Seneca 8-1 winners here this afternoon. They pick up the win, 8 runs, 3 hits. Did not have an error, 5 men left on base. For Columbus, 1 run, 3 hits. They had 2 errors, and they stranded 3. For Seneca, Drew Sherwood picks up the win, 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 2 walks, 15 strikeouts on the afternoon. Ian Heffron pitched the 7th inning. He went 1 inning, 1 hit, and had a strikeout. Ben Major takes the loss for Columbus, 4 2/3 innings, 1 hit, 2 runs, 2 earned, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. Jet Tanner went the final inning in a third, 2 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, 3 walks, and 1 strikeout. Silas Ball had the big blow that really blew the game open. Ball finished 1 for 3 on the afternoon with 2 RBIs. Drew Sherwood and Jagger Wilson also had RBIs on the day, but those were thanks to walks. Jagger Wilson had the go-ahead run for Seneca, game-winning run in the 5th. Walked, stole second, stole third, and then scored on a wild pitch that made it 2-1. And then Seneca really blew it open there in the 6th inning. Seneca at home again tomorrow. They play Christian Heritage at 2:15. We'll have that broadcast for you tomorrow afternoon, about 1:55, first pitch here from Seneca tomorrow. That will do it for us here this evening. I'm Ben Wolcott saying so long here from Seneca. We thank you so much for watching high school baseball here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
This has been a live production of KNEO Sports. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of KNEO Sports Network. This has been a sporting outreach of KNEO Sports Network, reaching into communities to make a difference for eternity.